Hey folks, it's only me and I'm back with another track guide. We're back at Oulton Park, this time the Foster's layout, which is a little bit shorter, a little bit tighter. It's going to be some good fun racing in my opinion this week. If you find this guide useful, please do give it a like. If you want more of this kind of thing, please do subscribe, hit that little bell. Don't forget I race live on a Thursday and maybe one or two other nights a week. So if you hit that bell, you'll catch those too. Best of luck to you. I hope it goes really, really well. Let us know how you're getting on in the comments below. And I'll see you next time. Cheers. Okay, here we go with my breakdown of the 1 minute 06.805 here at Oulton Park Foster's layout. We're in the fixed Mazda. We haven't moved the brake bias. The weather conditions are as they are for this week. And we've got full race fuel as always. So, bit of a return here. Few differences. Few of these corners are obviously the same as before. We're looking at this Jordan bike sign and we're going to start our braking just as we're about to pass it. And we're going to brake for a brief period, come down to third gear and time our turn in. So we're down to third, and then just at this little nook on the left hand side of the track, or at the green and white striped bit on the end of the Armco there, we're starting our turn in, and we're actually going to get on the gas really quite quickly. We've trailed in for a period, we're well into the gas, and we catch the end of that curb. And it brings us out wide. Any wider than that as an off track, that is fine as we were. So we're keeping the car over to the left because we need to get ourselves quite straight quite quickly after the bend here. And we're just about to approach a little dip. Now we're not going all the way around to the left this time. We're actually going straight on the Foster's layout. And if anything, actually it's a little bit more dangerous going this way than it is taking the full left-hand turn. So what we need to do is tip the car in just at the dip and then come out of the gas, a little bit of light braking. So we've done a little bit of braking and we're back, we're tight onto the inside of the curb and we're going to build up the throttle, and then before the change in surface here, we really want to be over the left hand side. If we're slightly further over to the right, it's okay because you can actually brake at an angle out towards the outside of the track, and that's perfectly fine here. But we're in a pretty strong position here. We're braking just as we pass the white line that would normally take you around on the full layout, and we're going to come all the way down to first gear. So it's a hard braking zone. And then at the end of the curb, we're starting our turn in and we're focusing very, very heavily on not hitting the top of this curb, the inside part of the curb. You can clip it a little bit, but if you hit it too heavy, you're really, really, really going to jar the car. It's not necessarily an instant spin or crash, but it's going to cost you a lot of time. So we're back on the gas right as we go over that corner of the curb. We're keeping that steady steering angle as we go. And then we're looking for the second part of this curbing here. And just at the end, we're going to tip the car in. And just watch my steering angle. We're going to try and minimize it as much as possible. We're getting quite close to this edge here, but we're not going to touch it. And the same with this curb. We want to get close to it, but we don't want to touch it. It gets a bit bumpy around there. and it's going to cost us time if we're catching those bumps. But that steering angle was solid all the way around, very minimized, and that's really going to help you carry the speed up the hill here. So we've let the car float out to the right here, so that again we can make sure we've got our car nice and straight and balanced here, where there's a dirty patch or on the track before the surface changes. That's our braking marker. We're going to do some light to medium braking very briefly, but we're going to trail it in. So as the surface changes, we're turning in, we're still trailing that brake right up to just before we meet the curb. And now we're going to build up the throttle nice and gently as we're steering. We've loaded up the left-hand side of the car, so it should grip nicely. If you go too hard on the gas at this point, the car's very likely to understeer out wide, and it's not so grippy out there, and you're going to have a bad time. I was quite delicate on the application of accelerator there. I probably could have been a little bit firmer. So we're coming down to the big finale, the big finish corner. After the right-hand turn signal, there's another patch of dirt on the track, and this is where we're really going to weigh down the anchors. We're going to come all the way down to first gear again, full threshold braking, and then at the point of turning we are out of the brakes, and we have already started building up the accelerator before we've even touched the curb. And we're looking to exit right on that little exit ramp bit there, right at the end of the red and white curb. That is our target for where we're exiting. And we're not going to build up the throttle gently here. We're actually going to gun it because the hill that we're on is pushing the car down into the trap. Got plenty of grip, not worried about the grip. And then we've got plenty to make the exit. It's really nice and grippy around here in the MX-5, so not too worrisome, that corner. So that brings us over the line for a 1:06.805. I hope you have a really good week of racing here. It's a good fun track. It's nice to be back. Obviously it's a different layout, but hopefully you know, it shouldn't feel too jarring moving across to the Foster's layout. Best of luck. Let us know how you're getting on in the comments below, and don't forget to give the video a like. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell if you want to see more of this, and catch me racing live on Thursday nights. Good luck guys, see you next time.